name's Cindy Schwartz, and I was born and raised here in Heber Heights. I went to Valley Forge, I went to Studebaker and Weisenborn, and then I went to Wayne. And so my whole childhood was all about Huber and, watching it grow, such as like when we got Showcase Cinema, that's now the rave, and walking over to Friendly's and Kmart so I could get some Kmart subs and some ice cream. A lot of things have changed over the years, and while I was never interested in any type of local politics or anything, and I never thought that I would be doing this, here I am. So this is me. I have a total of 5 kids, 3 stepkids, and 2 are my kids who I've given birth to that still live at home and are trying to eat me out of house and home. So, I'm married, and I feel blessed every single day with the life I have, the family I have, and the ability that my husband allows me to do what makes me happy, follow my dreams. And so this whole local politics thing and how I've, been in with it, like to try to understand it and for it to make sense. He has supported and stood by my side, and so, like I said, I'm incredibly blessed. So there's several reasons why I'm starting this podcast. And it's not because I like to be on the camera, let me tell you, because I feel out of place. Like, one of the main goals is understanding. I've noticed that a lot of people they don't fully understand what's going on. And with the way the council meetings work and everything, everything is so quick anymore. There's not really any discussion, and it's this, done. On to the next one. This, done. And so there's sometimes words and languages that it's really hard to understand. And when it's hard to understand, people start to take more and more of a step back because they're kind of like, what is this? What are they talking about? Well, I don't want to sound stupid or look stupid. So then they just don't say anything. And that just encourages a lack of involvement. So that's one of my other things with wanting to do this. We elect city officials, and their role is to be a public servant to us. So they represent us. They are supposed to vote in the line of the betterment of us. So, and I'm going to say this like I've said it before. I don't think that anyone on council is a bad person. I don't think that they're evil and trying to destroy Heber. It's nothing like that. This isn't really a bash fest. This podcast is going to be, like I said, more about understanding, getting people involved, and hopefully encouraging people in council to work together for our needs and how our needs should be over what some of these wants are. They're getting so much more say. Um, One of the things with encouraging involvement is, unfortunately, the city of Heber Heights, their city Facebook, they decided to cut off all public comments. So if you have questions, you can't comment to ask questions. If you just want something, like you want to say something, let's just say that it's a police post and they're saying, like how their guys, went through all this training, or, something to do with the canine dog or something like that. We can even say like congratulations or good job. Thank you for taking care of us. Nothing. We can like it. We can give it a heart. But that's it. So, and then on, the other side, like when, let's say, a water main bursts or something like that, and they have a typo on there. There's no way just to be like, hey, did you mean this street? Because I'm pretty sure that the water main break or whatever was on this street. Like, oh, my apologies, we corrected it. So, I don't know. That one's a little difficult for me. And I know why they say that they turned it off. And I know that there was, some comments that are just far-fetched and out of there. And they don't necessarily want to deal, with them types of comments. But, having the ability to chime in, ask questions, make statements, that's needed. So, I mean, especially when we have hardly anybody attending any of these council meetings, and all day you can look on Facebook and you can see people saying, hey, what's being built on the corner of Chambersburg and 202? And it's like, people jump down their throat and they're like, it's a Wawa, where have you been? And it's like, well, people, there's a lack of involvement. So, yeah, they're not saying anything until something's already happening. And see, when we do that, all the steps that Wawa had to do to get through, the zoning changes and the planning commission for the basic development plan, and then again for the detailed development plan. All of these steps had to happen. All of these times, residents had a chance to use their voice and go to these meetings. At planning commission, they're public hearings to where you are sworn in and you can ask questions, make statements, as to if you were for or against Wawa coming. I remember when, groundbreaking like first started with it all, and people were all over Facebook pissed off about it. And it's like, if at all of these times that this went through meetings to where the public could have put in their input, but they just didn't know, then there's no way of controlling anything that residents want or don't want. So that's my main purpose for wanting to do this. So it gets things out in the open. It makes them easy to understand. am I probably going to be wrong sometimes in my interpretations or how I'm, assuming sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. I am just a regular, everyday citizen. I, I don't have a law degree. Um, I've never been a part of like being on the dais and having a council seat, being the mayor, like none of that. This is just me, Cindy Schwartz, and my research and my understandings and interpretations. And thank you, Jesus, for Chat GPT. So, um, yeah, that's that's how I'm rolling. And plus, the other thing is that with getting people involved and understanding more, hopefully we can have more involvement at the city council meetings. But one of the things that council has done, another thing, is they've put public comments all the way to at the end of the meeting. That used to not be the case. So the Facebook comments getting turned off and then the citizens' comments at the end of the meeting, that's all relatively new. Like that all has just happened recently. And so these meetings are typically, because you cannot talk at work sessions, which are every other Tuesday, and you can only talk at the city council meetings, which are every other Monday. So who has time on a Monday from 6 to 7, 6 to 8, 6 to 9, just sit and have to be present, go to that council meeting, be present, watch the entire meeting, listen to it, and then you get to talk or at whatever for 5 minutes. You can ask questions, but they do not have to answer them. It is strictly for comment. So, yeah. And then if you try to email, sometimes you don't even get emails back, or you will get an email that says that they're going to look into something, and then that's all you hear. Yeah, so it's just all around. Like, if we could just have an understanding with everyone, they could be more involved. And with that, we can work together, not against council, with the people that we have elected to represent us. Well, with representing us, you have to hear us. So it all works hand in hand. Also, I feel like that gives you a greater sense of community, because if you're involved and you understand and you feel heard and appreciated and valued, that gives you a stronger sense of community. So I don't know about any of you guys, but it does me, except for when, some people say that I'm just trying to be a negative in the city. And, all I can say is whatever. I spend too much time researching all of this stuff and doing everything that I do, just for no reason other than just to be negative. That's not my intention. So I just want a better sense of community. I want council to work with us, for us. I want us to be involved. That's it. So that's why I'm doing this. So I hope that makes sense. I just wanted to put out one video that gives that information of why I'm doing it, who I am, what I'm hoping to get out of this, and I am really encouraging anyone, everyone. It it does not matter. Like, please, we've got to start being involved. So, in speaking with being involved, elections are coming up November 4th, which is Tuesday. So, I am not going to tell you how to vote. All I'm going to tell you is that you need to vote. Please get out there and vote. This is a privilege that we have, and so many just take it for granted, don't care, won't go out and vote. You need to. You have to. Research your candidates. See who you feel is best. And if it's incumbents that are just running for re-election, look at their prior histories of how, like for school boards or city council, everybody's running uncontested except for the mayor. So that's all you have to do. So no matter what, get out there and vote and offer rides to other people if they don't have a means of transportation to get to vote. So, and lastly, I am not going to bring up the name or the circumstances, but I would like to say that my heart and prayers go out to the 3 kids in our community that lost their parents. And I know that it's all over Facebook where they're sharing that Venmo account. And there is also a meal train that you can sign up, to do to where you can either provide food gift cards or provide a meal to, the family. I can't imagine. So, and with that family being very close to me, like in distance, I didn't know them, but very close to me, and them being Huber Heights residents, it's just extra impactful. So, just keep them in your thoughts and prayers for strength. So, other than that, that's really all I have to say. So, if any of you have questions, you can ask them on here. You can just provide comments if you want. You can go to my Facebook page. I'm under Cindy Schwartz on there and send me a message. So I hope that gives you an understanding of me and what I am trying to do. I hope that you will help me in these efforts and be involved. And I hope that I can figure out how to put this up here to where the light of it isn't shining in my glasses and you can't really see me. So anyways, everybody have a good night or day. I don't know when this is posting. So, and thanks for watching.